Hey guys, 3D printing special. Today we've got a new addition to our workshop.
This is our latest printer, Bambu Lab's H2S with AMS2 Pro.
So some really fun 3D prints coming up and a bit more about our new update. So let's just roll the intro. So let's just get on with the beginning of our 3D printing journey, I guess.
We'll take a tour of the Bambu Labs printer
Yes.
here. We'll take a look at the Bambu Labs printer in a second, but let's have a look at our first ever 3D printer. It's the Quiditech 1. Can you believe it's dual nozzle and Core XY?
We've got Octoprint running on the Raspberry Pi, and we 3D printed the Raspberry Pi holder.
This is our first ever Prusa. We're unboxing it here, and it's the Mark III S Plus, and it's our first ever bed slinger. So that means that the bed moves forwards and backwards rather than the nozzle doing that.
Over here we've got our Prusa Mark III. I put it together myself. It's got 3D printed trays, 3D printed camera, 3D printed filament guides, and we've got a Raspberry Pi Zero at the back running custom code, so it's very hackable. Over here we've got a Prusa Mark IV. We've printed hundreds of our word clocks in these. You can see they're ingrained into the bed.
Now, it's a large format single nozzle workhorse, and it's part of the H series, so cheaper and simpler than the H2D, which has got double nozzle, and it's also simpler and cheaper than the H2C, which has come out just today. It's a lot bigger, more industrial than the X1C, C for carbon, so if you look at the build plates, you can see the size difference.
This
also,
is from our Prusas,
yes,
by the way.
And also worth to mention, a lot bigger than the P1S and P2S as well. The size does mean that it comes on a pallet, which is quite expensive for delivery, and it does mean if you've got stairs, you've got to haul it up the stairs, which for Caleb was a bit of a trial.
I had to do that.
Well, our dad did help, but anyways.
Yeah. It's got a larger volume than the H2D, and it doesn't have all the nozzle tricks like the H2C or the dual nozzle like the H2D. This has just got the one singular nozzle. But as I said, the large volume, you can print like a full helmet in here. You don't need to do it in parts. And also, for us, we're not printing full multicoloured, loads of coloured figurines. We sell what we print, and we only use maybe one colour change in any of our prints. So for us,
Kona. there's no need, for the dual nozzle or anything like that, because simpler is better really for us.
It's an enclosed, actively heated to 65-degree chamber with the nozzle reaching 350 degrees.
That means you can use a lot more exotic filaments. Not that we use them that often, but
nice to know.
It's got 23 sensors and 3 cameras, and so it's basically a leveled up, bigger X1.
This here is the AMS2 Pro, and it's probably our favourite part of the whole system. You can put 4 different filaments of different material, different colour in here, and your printer you can print with any of those filaments. You don't have to manually load them into the printer. Now, it dries the filament incidentally, and it can go up to 65 degrees. For this one, there is an HT version, higher temperature, but you can only put 1 filament inside that, and that goes up to 85 degrees. Now you can actually daisy chain these. There's only 4 here, but you can daisy chain 4 lots of these, so you can have 16 filaments in total connected to the printer, plus an additional 8 of the HTs, which are just single filaments inside. So in theory, you could have 24 different filaments connected to the printer. So I'm just going to load one in, filament reel into here, just so you can see how easy it is. So you just open it up. I'll take this pink one here. you just simply place it in place. There's little rollers it can move around on, and then there's a little tab in here. All you do is just pull it forwards. All you do is pull it forwards and place the filament inside. And I'll shut this, and there's 2 locks on either side. So it's loading in now. Also, if you've got the Bambu Labs filament, their own filament, there's RFID in here which can actually read the filament, so it knows what material you've put in, what colour you've put in. And here you can see it knows that we've loaded in our PLA there. It will also rotate your filament in here a bit like a roast chicken. So then when it dries your filament, it's even. It dries it evenly across the reel. Now, we've updated our word clock project, and we were filming a video for it, and we wanted different coloured layers for each layer of the case, just to make it more clear. And we could just simply, we had all the colours loaded into the AMS2 Pro, and we just, from downstairs, sent the files over to the printer and selected what colour we wanted, and just left it printing and went to bed. And it was there in the morning for us to look at, no errors. Now, the difference, if we just had our old printers, the Mark IV, the Prusas, we would have to kind of babysit them a little bit more. The Bambu Labs H2S has loads of sensors, as we mentioned earlier, 23 sensors, and AI, so it's kind of got spaghetti detection, and it can detect any errors with the print, and it'll just stop and warn you. Where with our old printers, the Prusas, it's not got all the sensors, so it would come back to a print and it'd just be discombobulated.
Yeah, stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Another thing with the AMS2 is that it will detect if you've run out of filament. So if you let the printer know that you've got a spare filament roll, same filament, it will just, once it's run out, replace it with the old one, which I guess is another useful perk.
Yeah.
We are going to go into more of a detailed review, just what our thoughts, honest opinions later at the end of the video.
We did come into a few problems with this printer. We'll also get on to that in a bit. But let's keep it exciting. Shall we see a few of our prints?
Yes.
We printed so much stuff off. The first thing to notice is my phone case, actually. It's 3D printed. We don't have a close cam for this because this is the close camera.
Speaking of... Sorry,
This was my phone case beforehand.
Quite terrible.
And I thought, even though this doesn't offer much protection, because I've only got its PLA, so it's not the best, it's quite brittle, it'll hold more protection than this.
So.
Speaking of cases, I've also printed my AirPod cases, and these, you may think this wouldn't take... Oh, should we get the close camera on it?
I can just show it here whilst you chat about it.
You may think this won't take too long to print the case of AirPods, because it's not... Here's the close camera. Should we get them?
Yep. May I just say that
Can someone hold this, please?
I thought these black bits were holes, but they're actually double colour.
Yeah, so that's what I was coming on to. This would have been a really quick print, but I decided to be a bit greedy. I left it in overnight, and I thought, and you can kind of see the dark lines here. It's double colour. Obviously, there's one extruder on the printer, one nozzle. So I've used the AMS2 Pro with all the colours, and I selected my 2 colours that I want it. So when it got to this layer, it would go and change filament, print this bit, print the black, and then it would change colour, print the green here, and then the next layer it would change back to black, and then change to green,
So
back
how
black.
long did this take to print?
4 hours.
Oh, so
Which
greedy.
is not the efficient use of doing this, but I really wanted it, and I thought nobody's going to be using it overnight.
Meanwhile, we had a bunch of orders to fulfill, and do you want to swap back to the
And you can kind of see, because this was printed.
separate?
It was printed like this, so you can kind of see the black lines where the black filaments is kind of smudged with the green. That's how it's printed. Anyway, that is a good print. I enjoyed that print, and it really shows off the 2 colours. If you really want it to be like this, it's not the most efficient 2 colour print, but it can do it.
And did you need any supports with this, or?
I didn't put any supports in. I didn't think I needed supports, but It put them in for me. I didn't ask for them. It
That's
just,
brilliant.
it thought it needs support, so I'll put them in.
Lovely. That's very, very, very thoughtful of the
Yeah.
Bambu Lab 3D printer. Should we show a few more 3D prints?
What else have we got? Well, one of our taller prints is actually holding up the...
I don't think they can see because of your computer.
Yeah, the faceplates. Not the faceplates, the beds. Or the greasy bed. So this is a stand to hold up because we've got another one of these for another attachment. That is something we need to talk about with this 3D printer.
Because it's got
Not just a 3D printer.
No, it's not. So what is it that it's also got, Caleb?
It's got a laser you can buy separately. This is all bought separately, by the way. You can have a laser pen, a laser attachment. We've already got a laser cutter over there. We just thought it's a 3D printer. It's probably better at 3D printing. Why we don't want to ruin it with and turn it into a laser cutter. We've got an actual laser cutter over there. That's probably better at that job. But it can also have a pen attachment where it draws. Literally just draws. And you can put a knife. It's got a knife attachment. I forgot what it's called, where it cuts vinyl. We bought that. The box is downstairs.
We've been so busy trying to get the prints to work and everything that
we've
not even opened that box
but
yet.
I really want to play with that vinyl and then knife cutter. It's got another sheet, obviously, because if it's cutting with a knife, one of these is not gonna cut into it. It needs to be a rigid. I think it's called a maker. I don't know what it's called, maker something.
Did you want to show another 3D print that we've done, or should we come back?
Should we come back to them?
Yes, guys, we'll keep you in suspense.
We've got stuff hidden behind here as well.
Yes.
Behind a 3D print.
Did you want to talk about any troubles or something that you had with the 3D printer?
Yeah, so troubles with the Bambu. Overall, it's been great.
A massive upgrade. It's nice just to be able to...
The first thing that we printed with it was our case. And the back, primarily, of our word clock kit.
Yes, you can see one of the word clocks just here. It's a kit that you can assemble yourself.
Yeah, we produced and designed it. We sell it on our Etsy shop. There is an update to that coming up soon.
Yes.
Problem I had was, so this is the back piece. The case is made of 3 parts, which are printed in 3 colours. We'll come on to that in a second as well. And inside this top layer, just everything would print great. We saw it was whizzing round, and we're like, oh, this is amazing. We take it out, we rub our finger along it.
It's quite rough.
And it's rigid, it's rough, and there's also markings everywhere. And we're like, this is worse than the Prusa.
Yeah, what have we done?
Yeah, we were so excited. It was such a nice setup. I need to talk about the unboxing. That was a great experience.
That was very funny, actually.
Yeah. But so we're just buzzed. We were all happy. We'd unboxed it. And then it printed. We were happy while it was printing. Took it out. We're like, what the hell is this?
And it's all right because it was just the inside. You're not going to see it in the actual kit, but
we're selling these.
We wanted them to look really nice.
Which we did some calculations. We're going to have to sell around 100 of our clocks to make up for the big purchase, the price tag on this machine.
So much.
But the top, as I said, the top layer just wasn't it. Really spent all night just kind of trying to find out what the error was. I don't know if we've got one around. We tried many things. If you're interested in what we tried and stuff, comment below, we'll let you know. Turns out, well, I don't know what actually was the problem, but it seemed to be when we changed the K value for the printer. You change that per filament, so it only alters one filament. It worked with that filament, but it worked with everything, which is a bit odd because you change the K value for that specific filament. I don't really know what the fix was because it seems odd that the K value fixed it when you change that for one specific filament, yet we've printed the clock in so many different filaments and it just works. Strange. But then it was working great, and ever since that it's been a massive treat. We've printed overnight. We can't leave the Prusa going overnight in case it goes wrong. This will send us a notification. We've not had a proper error with it yet.
Not yet.
But on about the unboxing,
yeah,
it arrived in a massive box. If I show this, here is the massive box, and we live in a tall, thin house.
Yes.
Victorian style.
As you can see, there's many layers to it.
Yeah, so we had to figure a way to get this massive box up to the top. Now it arrived.
We'd heard issues of people saying that they didn't have insurance, the guys delivering didn't have insurance to bring it into the house or off the crate because it comes in a big crate. It was about the size of a washing machine.
Or a dishwasher.
And the guy was like, I'm sorry, he did arrive. We were very worried it was going to be an issue with the delivery. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not insured to take it upstairs. I would take it upstairs for you, but we would not force the guy to do that either because, as we mentioned, very narrow corridors, very sketchy.
Yeah. And we've just had our walls repainted. We didn't want to scrape it on the walls. But anyway, me and Dad took it up, and this is the view from the top floor where we are now. We're just in the office a few doors away.
Yeah. Beautiful red carpet.
Yeah. We need to get rid of that carpet.
I know. Well, we got the middle floor all redone, but the top floor and the bottom floor, it's not been redone.
And unboxing, I was like, how are we going to lift this printer out of this box and put it on this shelf? We had it on the floor here. How are we going to do that?
I can imagine it's quite heavy,
Yeah.
you and Dad doing the heavy lifting.
It wasn't too bad bringing it up the stairs, and I was like, how are we going to lift it out of the box? Well, at the bottom of the box, it had these little, I don't know what they're called, pull tabs or something. And you pull it, and this, I presume, is in the box like this, and when you pull it, they go like this. And you pull it out of the box, and these are holding the bottom of the box on to the sides. So you can just lift off the sides of the box, and the printer's just right there.
Yeah, right in front of you.
The box is gone. You've just lifted the box off, and it's separated from the bottom. I thought that was really clever.
It was very clever.
Very clever packaging. And then we lifted it onto here. Setup was really easy. Genuinely just followed the steps. Just this was the AMS2 Pro was inside the printer, held on by a few of these plastic things, and there were screws by these red bolts. By these red pieces of tape, and it said, undo the bolts where the red tape is, and remove the AMS, and that's what we did. And then all you had to do was plug it on, peel take bits of foam out, let it calibrate. And there we are.
Well, yeah, I teach piano, so I'd nipped out to teach a lesson, come back, I was already printing stuff, and I was shocked. I said, oh, goodness me.
Should we have a look at another print before we go on? We've got our thoughts coming up. A little bit about our word clock kit. There's an exciting upgrade. Makes it more accessible to a lot more people as well.
Yes.
Especially if people are new to electronics.
Yes, but more on that later. Should we show off another little
We'll show off another print, but we've got our thoughts on it. Little niggles, etc. like that coming up. Let's show off another print. So, we've got this. A jumper pen holder thing.
The detail is very impressive, and this is something that we couldn't really achieve with our Prusa printer, especially in the old, as it was getting on in age. Hopefully Caleb can get a close-up camera to show you the detail. How long did this take to print?
I don't know, it was overnight. Well, Dad actually selected this.
Yeah, this is a Dad's creation.
He goes, because I printed this off and my phone case off the nights before, and then Dad goes, it's my turn to print something overnight. And look at the creases in it, it's crazy. I assume a couple of hours to print this, but wow.
Do you know what's really funny? I want to 3D print this. We've got a scanner app, and in one of our videos we did, I don't know if we have it, a 3D printed pumpkin, and we scanned one of our pumpkins that looked so beautiful in the scanner app, 3D printed the pumpkin. We also scanned humans in the family, and my dad doesn't like to be on camera, but we scanned him, and there's a 3D printed figurine of my dad. Caleb scanned himself, there's a 3D printed figurine of you. I want to see the detail that it can achieve on that. And you could have like an actual mini life size, because Caleb's quite small, but it wouldn't be life size.
You could fit my torso in there, I think.
I think
my
you
shoulders
could.
are a bit broad. You could definitely fit my full scale head and my torso, I think, inside this printer.
And that would be so funny. That would be brilliant. You could print
a life size me in like 3-4 parts.
You know how you have like deers on the wall? We could have a Caleb on the wall. You can create a pub atmosphere downstairs. Yeah.
we've got another 3D print. Kit card. I think that's what they're called.
So
Of a car.
these remind me of sort of like Airfix models.
Yeah.
Sort of the Airfix models. We had such a running joke with Caleb because when he was little, he'd do the Airfix models, and there'd be an absolute bomb site when he'd assemble them, and the painting was completely terrible, and we'd make fun of him so badly. So every time we see an Airfix model, and they've got the age requirements as well on, and it's like 7 till 11-year-olds.
We printed 2 off just in case we broke one, and I did break one. We can put that in. There's our front.
Oh, it's coming together nicely, guys.
Because I know to put the 4 wheels on the bottom, but how do you connect it? These bumps have something to do with it, and I don't know why. I couldn't do it, guys.
You've not redeemed yourself.
I'm gonna rage bait. I'm rage quitting. I got the main structure. Snapped a wheel arch off. And I've got the bottom bit, which I don't know how to connect together.
He really has not redeemed himself.
Looks like these
Quite embarrassing.
kit things are not for me.
We sell a kit, Caleb.
But ours is a lot simpler to put together. And interestingly, when we're printing off stuff, it prints its own filament faster, like a good few minutes faster for our half an hour prints.
That seems suspicious to me.
I think we had a 29-minute print, and it was 24 minutes.
So maybe the incentive is to purchase Bambu Labs.
It might be that, or it might be them just trying to, I don't know why, trying to make us buy theirs because it prints faster, or it might be they know everything about their filament. They
Yeah,
can
so
be
maybe
more
it just
efficient with
works.
printing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Conspiracy theories, guys. The
Got some
Bambu Lab
more
conspiracy theories.
stuff like that coming up in a second. But should we talk about our word clock kit? Over to you, Amelie.
Regular viewers who will know, they're probably annoyed about us banging on about our product, but it's a kit that you can create yourself. It's just displayed here. Hopefully maybe we can find some better clips to just put over the top here.
Yes.
Inside we've got our Raspberry Pi Pico, Pico W actually, and it's got a matrix display, and you connect it all together. We've got instructions online how to do it all. People seem to really enjoy this little kit.
Yeah.
So it's been in progress development for many years.
Yes.
Now you've got to solder the Pico to the LED matrix display, which makes the colourful lights, makes the time be displayed. If you're not a solderer, if you don't, some people might not have access to a soldering iron.
Yeah, it might be new to electronics, and
we had a few.
They don't want to. Also, you risk breaking products as well if you're soldering. You know.
So we updated it. A few people had requested so that you just have to use some jumper wires to connect the Pico to. So there's header pins on it. Pico to the RGB LED matrix display. No soldering required. It's just like a plug and
and I know personally, and we do a lot of soldering here. I'm very comfortable with a soldering iron. We've got quite a few around the house, but I would purchase a no solder version over a solder version.
Yeah, it's just less effort, really. I mean, okay.
And also, it's just more. It's just. I just prefer being able to plug it in and stuff, to be honest.
So
with jumper wires. Exactly.
So, anyways, the reason that we've got multiple different colours is that we had to do a new version, thicken the case. There's a lot. We'll go into that maybe in another live stream, but we've had to thicken it, and we had to do an instructional video. So we thought it'd be a nice idea to print each layer in different colour, so you could see each different part being assembled.
And it was just a complete coincidence that this looks really nice, the 3 colours. And then it gave us the idea, oh my god, it's so easy to print multicolours. These were printed together, may I just say.
At the same time.
Yeah. And it wasn't slow like my case here.
No.
It was printed more efficiently. It actually printed the pink bit first. Don't know if you can see. The pink bit first, and then it went and printed the yellow bit. And it just printed one colour first, printed the next colour, and it knew that it wouldn't bump into the already printed part. So it had gone up and then gone down and printed the next bit. And the next bit.
That was quite impressive, yes.
But we could just do bulks of one colour. But it did make us realise multicolour clocks
Might be something you guys are interested in.
Yeah, it might be something you guys are interested in. It's easy enough for us to do now. We couldn't do this with the Prusa.
With the Prusa, you've got to like calibrate it, so you've got to unload the filament, wait for ages for it to unload. Then
it's got to heat up, unload.
Then you've got to load it in yourself. Then you've got to make sure you've got to purge it.
Yeah, it purges and it goes, is this the right colour? And it's never the right colour for the 3 purges.
But and then
it's got to, by the time it's purged, it's cooled down and it needs to heat up again.
I feel like we are dissing the Prusa though. We love the Prusas.
We're going to get onto that.
Get onto it.
Should we get onto that now, really?
Yeah, just one more thing on the word clocks. You can purchase them, guys. The links will be in the description. Yes. Self-promotion. But what we liked about how it printed to the bottom layer, sometimes the edges peel up when we were on the Prusas. So we had to sort of have like a skirt around it.
Yeah.
To ensure it's just like a thin layer around the outside that's quite satisfying just to peel off. I think we'd leave them on in the orders.
Yeah.
And we didn't use a little skirt with the...
No, a brim.
Brim, sorry. Not a skirt. That's completely my fault. And it just worked perfectly.
Yeah, so the brim, for those that don't know, it's just, as Amy said, the corners peel up a little bit. So the brim just adds kind of more surface area onto the plate, meaning that the corners of your actual print won't peel up. Maybe the end of the skirt might peel up.
But that's not matter, that's discardable.
But this is just so good, so far, touch wood, that it didn't even need a skirt, which means it doesn't, brim, sorry, I'm copying you now.
Sorry.
Which means it also knocks printing time off because it doesn't have to do those extra things for the first few layers.
Yeah. Should we move on to some comparisons? Is there any of the 3D prints that we want to show off?
I think we've got everything, have we?
Oh,
everything
gosh. I killed them.
Our first print with it.
Yeah.
2-colour print. Caution. Biohazard. Now this is familiar to one of the prints that I did in the Mark IV.
It's here.
Here. A wet floor sign. They're both multicoloured. This one was a lot less hassle than this one. This, I just did the top layer in black, and this was printed on a Prusa quite a while ago, and it was just a hassle because, as Emily said, when you gotta
change the filament.
Yeah, you gotta unload. It stops mid print. Unload the filament, load the filament back up. And it just took about 10 minutes just for that bit.
This guy does it all himself.
Yeah, this took a few minutes to change the filament, and we didn't have to be in the room to watch it. I did watch it because I wanted to see it work. But this was our first print. Very handy. It was printed in 3 parts, by the way.
Yeah.
This part, and the connector.
Should we go on to final conclusions? Sort of a few of the other issues that we had.
We'll just reach our justified conclusion about what we personally think about the Bambu Lab H2S.
The Prusa printer, with our word clocks, we love things that we can hack about with and really see how it all works. The word clocks are designed for that purpose. The components inside, especially now we've got the no solder version, you can so easily deassemble it and reuse it for another project. You can see how it works. You can 3D print the cases yourself, and we love that people update it and everything. With the Prusa printer, similar thing. The code's open source, though, all the designs are all open source.
It's all open source.
And the components are easily replaceable. You can 3D print your own parts.
And I'm going to butt in here. You can see on the 3D printer, it's made from 3D printed parts.
Yeah.
Probably a Prusa. Well, obviously a Prusa has made the Prusa.
Yes.
And especially when I was building the Mark III, all the components were 3D printed and we're putting it together, and I was like, well, if this cracks, we can print another one. Well, I couldn't at the time because I didn't have a printer.
Yeah.
It's the first Prusa without the Prusa.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice.
The first Prusa without the Prusa.
Oh, chicken before the egg. How did that happen? But we love it's nice as well to know that the money, when you're buying it, it's going to go back into that community and supporting the creation of more products and everything. It supports everyone because everyone can have access to it. Whereas I guess the Bambu Lab. Yeah,
they've used everything. Don't want to diss Bambu Labs because it's a great machine.
Yes.
This is going to diss Bambu Labs, but I was disappointed when I took it out of the packaging. This is plastic. I wanted to mention that. I thought this was aluminium.
This is
plastic. maybe I've been ruined by these Apple products and everything.
Is it plastic?
Goodness me,
This
Caleb.
is, yeah. And there is theories out there that they could lock us with, as I mentioned earlier, it recognises it's Bambu Lab's filament.
It's
It
its
could
own
lock us
filament.
down.
Yeah.
You've got to use their cloud-based. You've got to use their cloud and their servers kind of to
Send the prints over.
Which means they've got access to your prints. They could see what you're printing. Who knows?
Who knows what could happen there? I mean, it's been a brilliant.
Print our little.
Yeah, and they could lock you down. And now there's a lot of companies do this. Like I know Nintendo with the new Nintendo Switch. You don't really own the Switch. You could say the same thing about this. Do you really own the printer? If they could just lock it down. With the Switch, they can just lock your hardware device down, and you can't use it. So do you really own it?
Scary.
That kind of thing. They could, if they print something out, if we print something they don't like, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, with us, it's not really a problem with all the closed source. If they lock it down, we've got the hardware here. We probably could
do some form of hacking about with it.
And open it up.
It would just give us more content.
But like even without these deep theory type things, it's the Prusa. You've got so many ways of accessing it and controlling it. You've got Octoprint, you've got the Prusa Connect and their actual stuff. But you've got Octoprint. You can you can have a Raspberry Pi to control it.
So guys, if you are interested, please do buy one of our products so that we can make our money back. Bit of self-promotion, and also a lot of us in the past, people who do support us, our friends and everything, online, would donate to buy me a coffee and things like that. Like £1 time someone donated £20, and we thought, well, we're just taking this money, and it's so generous and so kind. But what if we could give something in return? So if you bought a product from us, then that kind of is a legitimate thing. You're buying something useful for you, and it's also helping support us. So
back to the debate thing. This machine, in conclusion, I think now we've solved that weird problem with the top layer a lot better than the Mark IV. And also, Bambu was the only printer that we could get within that 2 kind of day period, because we had orders coming in. Nothing was available but Bambu. Hence the H2S we selected as our model.
Yeah, and we had
in the UK that was anyway.
Yeah, we tried to get them out the next day. And within a few days of the orders, and it's very stressful because there's only, sometimes just one of us.
In conclusion, it is a great machine. It's amazing. Like, it's so reliable. It's a great workhorse. You can print so much on it, and we've got our other parts, the pen.
Yes,
and the
so it'll
knife.
be exciting to break into those and see what they're capable of. So that might be shown in future videos.
But I don't want to end on a bad note.
Yeah.
But like Prusa, I'd prefer to buy from Prusa.
But
anyway, should we kind of wrap it up here? We'll see you guys on our next one. It might be a little bit higgledy-piggledy like this because we've still got the printer, we're excited, printing loads of stuff, and we've got the extra stuff we've not tried out yet. We've got that box downstairs.
Exactly. So
with the knife and
3D printing section may be elongated, but hopefully we can get back some retro content, retro games, some projects of the week. We've got an interview lined up with one of our viewers. If you guys have any projects of the weeks, anything you're working on, it'd be brilliant to showcase that, and it would help us out with providing you guys some content. I think that's all for today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe. If you're interested in our products, Etsy store will be linked down below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.